Hey man, it's Tweaky. Now, have you guys ever been about to hop on a court with the boys in the, 2K26 park and, just out of curiosity, boredom, whatever, you decide to look at the highest streak marker on the side of the court? 102 games, 181 games, 185, 203? What? First, I just thought these were cheaters, just plain out Zenners. Or, maybe like an extremely sweaty, comp duo. But I thought that people were achieving this through regular gameplay against other teams. What if I told you a minimum 90% of these 100 game or more streaks that are set are not even against teams that are playing the game? They're not set in real lobbies like you and I play in. These guys are manipulating the game to actually get these streaks. Now I'm going to show you guys what I found out on accident. Let me show you what the top reps are doing to abuse the rep leaderboards right now. This is how I accidentally infiltrated the biggest boosting ring on NBA2k26. Oh, make sure you guys stick around late in this video too, because there are going to be multiple content creators who get exposed for being the heads or the ones kind of running and organizing this boosting group. Now with that, let me send it over to my good associate Tweaky with the breaking news. Streaking with the boys, turning courts on fire, even printing that precious rep. These are concepts all 2K players are familiar with. But now, in a shocking new development, the no-life virgins have once again found a way to do these things at a record-setting pace, taking over the rep leaderboards with absolutely no ability to pull up on them or try to beat their streak. We send it over to Inside Reporter Tweaky for more info. Oh, God bless. Thank you, Tweaky. Today I'm here in the field to share with you a story of heartbreak, deception, and of course, virgins boosting. So let me first start. How did I infiltrate this boosting ring? Completely by accident. Let me fill you guys in. I had plans on this one night to run, some threes in the park with two guys I met on 26 that I had been running a lot with as a trio, right? A normal start to the night, but things got strange quick. That night when I texted in the group chat asking when I should get on, I got no real response. And eventually I just let matters be after not getting, a solid answer. I figured they were off. I chilled with my girl. But around 2 a.m. my girl went to bed. I got on 2K26 to evaluate the landscape, see what was going on that night. And lo and behold, what happens when I load into the park with the two guys I had plans to run threes with? Look what I load into. A completely dead park where the only games that are being played are against teams that are actively not playing any defense against three high streak teams just blatantly boosting. And you guys can see that these guys are all in the same crew boosting ring because they like to wear the same outfits. Gay! Nah, I'm playing. My gay homie's cool. I'd never do him like that. This is lame. But over here, you guys can see Kaydotescobar. Highest rep in the park. That is his gamer tag or his PSN that he streams under. So let's see his, card right here. See, you guys can see recording this video only at a 48 game streak, right? I'm gonna show you guys what these players wound up with after this night, right? So over on the middle court, again, you can see same thing to where they're not playing any defense at all on purpose. Just three teams that are purposely just not playing defense. Over here, this game gets stalled a little bit because, the guys are talking about how I loaded in and are, recording right here. So, I'm kind of getting caught, but I don't really care. I know I have video evidence right here. So let me also just really quick say, I've never once engaged in this behavior on 2K26. It's not like I'm a former member of this boosting club and, coming out here to expose, my former group of what I used to be in because I fell out. No, if you look at my card, I'll show you it right now. My highest streak was only 19 because I only play the game for an hour, 2 hours at a time before I get off and I go do shit IRL, clean my house, take care of my dog, and then I get back on later, you know what I mean? So I don't care about running up a big streak anymore, I'm a grown-ass man. I got better shit to do than that, than to play 4 hours for some pointless 40 streak. So how are these guys doing this, right? Well, Tweaky has the inside scoop for you. I'm not promoting this. I'm telling you guys how these guys do this, so you guys actually understand what's going on. What they do is they have one guy boot up some random ass account on 2K, right? Billy Bob 214 is their secondary account. They have Billy Bob 214 sit there on like a second Xbox, just like holding down the joystick with a rubber band, running around the park so you don't get kicked until a lobby dies, right? That's method number one. And then once, lobby dies, they invite, their homies, get, just their homies in there because the park is no longer bringing in new people. Other methods, though, involve using the Oceanic or Asia servers, or turning off crossplay, or a mix of all three of these, right? So this is how these guys get these parks. Once they have a dead park, they boot up the account. If they have a second Xbox, they boot it up and they do this on their second Xbox. They play on their main Xbox and score, and they just move their secondary account around and around and around and around and around and around, and their secondary account is like fucking 10 and 967 park record, right? The other thing that these guys do is, you guys can see on screen, I found out these guys just go for looking for group and scam the fuck out of new players. Like, I just showed you like 5 out of the first 7 looking for group posts are boosters. Like, this has become rampant under our noses. So what they do, they just find a kid, they tell them that they'll, let them run up a 50 game VC pot, pretending that the kids will be able to eventually beat them and take that money. But then they just hop off the streak and then, text in the group chats laughing about how they scam children. But again, let's look right now. Who is doing this in front of me? This is Kaydotescobar. He ain't huge or anything, but he's got 1K fucking followers on Twitch. Like, these are guys that are actual content creators with a following, just shamelessly doing this for a scary virtual player card, man. A scary virtual player card. Hey, yo, real quick, watch this. Editor Tweaky here, just watch this.
Kobe!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
They just fucking missed. They just fucking lost the ball. Tito's not playing. You know how ass you gotta be to lose the ball. Against a team who's not. Now, let's look at this far court, right? Let's look at how these guys are running up. Now, these are the 2 guys that I told you I had plans to run with. AudiCf, Imm Peakin. Let's put on Peakin's TikTok on the screen so all you guys know how this guy really plays when he's not creating content, bro. And I'm going to show you guys how to report all of these players at the end with all of their gamer tags and PSNs in the description. So there's one final section right here after this where I'm going to show you guys both the aftermath of me getting in here and, actually recording this boosting ring, how it affected them. And I'm going to show you guys, how you can actually do something about this. Try to get these players taken out. But you guys can see, like, this is the same lobby with Kaydotescobar, and Imm Peakin is MVP right now. Like, these guys are both legends doing this bullshit. This shit is sad. Here, let me show you the card of the guy they're doing against. You guys can see, like, these are not even real players. It's like a secondary account or some brand new 9-year-old child that they are scamming once again. So, like, this is just a community full of, like, scammers to children and just bad players that are blatantly boosting up their stats. Here you can see Jumper Cry on this middle court. I'm exposing him too because I know this is one of the prominent members. This guy both has a Zen and boosts. I will say that for a fact because I heard Audi and Peakin both bragging about him last night while I joined up. They're like, it's not just us doing this, it's our boy Jumper Cry doing this, and he's plugged. So, like, don't get me banned, go get him banned. And, like, that's lame shit. Get all these guys banned. Get all these fucking guys banned. So, the aftermath. Let's talk about that. Right here, you see Asia Locks join into the lobby. Asia Locks, at this point, was still in the circle with Audi, me, and Peak before I, fell out with them that night for the boosting. Here, same thing happened with Asia. Asia joined and he was disgusted. So he's like the one middleman that wasn't recording or exposing these guys for boosting, but was also completely disgusted with them for what they were doing and completely quit running with them after that. So don't think Asia Locks right there was a booster. He's actually the one who fed me all the inside drama from the circle after this happened. So he helped me with this. So shout out mans. Through Asia, I heard the next day all of the drama from me joining this and recording this and them knowing that I was a YouTuber, right? So they already know that I had a channel, right? Because they've run with me. They told their boy Kaydotescobar that they were likely going on YouTube for this, and I was likely going to make a video because I was just blatantly obvious the second that it happened that I was going to expose this. I told them straight to their faces in the group chat that I am recording right now in OBS and I will be recording this. So the next day, through the grapevine, through my homie that was still homies with them, I heard that Kaydotescobar has essentially tried to do everything to distance himself from this crew. He has changed his crew. He has temporarily stopped doing this. He has put out the excuse that this was his rep grinder doing this and that this was not him. Don't listen to these guys. These guys are the same guys that are scamming children. Don't let them, fool you. Kaydotescobar is the one doing this. He is still doing this. They have now joined a different level 30 crew. So jump or cry, he is still doing this. Imm Peakin, Audi, they are still doing this because they are just obsessed with their player cards. And I'm gonna put up the streaks that these guys ran up that night because the next day I joined off Asia and I, through Asia, got to see Audi's player card. You guys know what they ran up that night? 101 games. Oh, and before a naive commenter down below, wants to ask, well, how do you know that that wasn't a legit 100 streak that they ran up in the year, not just gaslighting us? Well, let's think about this, guys. If they went on an 100 game streak, right, legitimately, they'd be able to, go on consistently at least 30 to 40s. On a 30 to 40, you're probably going to play minimum 5 MVPs, right? You're going to get pulled up on a lot for VC, guys like Trey Magnum, streak hunters on a legit streak. How do you only have 16 MVPs beat if you're an 100 streak caliber player? Everyone's gonna pull up on you on an 100 streak. That's so much VC. So no, this is the most fake card in history. So the aftermath, these guys might eventually change their names. These guys have already tried to distance themselves and delete their old crew and join in a different boosting rep grinders crew. They're gonna end up doing this again until they get banned. So how can you guys, the viewers, do something about this? Anyone who stuck around this long, what can we do? Well, let's look at this Reddit thread that actually just popped up to me today about how to get players banned, right? So here you can see this is a guy who, played against some racist tattoo players. He actually, went in and, showed screenshots of this, but by directly reporting these players through NBA2k support on the report a player tab, you guys can see that he successfully was able to get these players actually banned with confirmation. So that's what I am doing at the same time of uploading this video. While uploading this video, I am also submitting a report that has both a link to this full video once it goes live, as well as just the overall recording of the boosters chopped down to the full 30 minutes that I was in lobby. So I'm submitting that to 2K support. At the top of the description, there will be a list of all the players that you can see their actual, I studied their exact PSNs and gamer tags. So feel free to, go open up your own report, send them this video, do whatever you want, screen record this video, send this in, but with all that being said, man, anyone who stayed till the end, I am completely thankful for you guys sticking around. This is a new type of content that I want to start up. Some more, investigative journalism type stuff within the 2K community. AJ used to kind of do that stuff, but, he became a, big streamer and stuff. So, no one really does this, stuff in the community anymore. So if you guys want me to next either investigate the Zen rings, or if you want me to go investigate the world of online 2K scams, those are my next two concepts for investigative videos. So let me know down below if you want me to go get in the middle of a Zenning ring, you want me to go get myself scammed online by 2K services. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Tweaky out. Thanks for watching the news, baby.